Hello again, guys. Today we'll solve problems of numbers and ages. But as I had told you in the last video that I'll upload video on Vedic mathematics, that is some shortcut methods and tricks related to the problems of number, HCF and LCM, decimal fractions, and some other topics, some shortcut tricks on calculation of sums, multiplication, division, subtraction, etc. But you need to wait a little bit more for that. The work is going on. We have the video. We'll upload it very soon, but today I'll tell you how to solve the problems based on numbers and ages. So in this section we will learn to solve questions of numbers and ages. So in this video just I have uploaded different varieties of questions, the different types of questions that are being asked in the exam. So we'll deal with every type of question today. I have some of the examples today. So the first five problems are of number system, numbers, and the next five are the problems based on ages. So the first question is, if one third of one fourth of a number is 15, then 3/10 of that number is. Let me tell you first of all, I have been telling this from the first video only that you need to read the question very carefully. First, you need to read the question very carefully and you need to understand what the question is saying you. Sometimes the answers are hidden in the question itself. So you need to read the question very carefully so that you could proceed in the correct way. Okay, so let us see the question first. If one third of one fourth of a number is 15, so let us consider that the number be x. Let us assume that the number be x. So it is telling one third of one fourth of the number. So first of all, we have to find the one fourth of the number. That is one fourth of x. Then one third of one fourth of x. That means one third into 1 by 4 into x, and that is equal to 15. So first of all, we'll find out the number, the actual number which is being talked about here. So here's the equation: 1 by 3 of 1 by 4 of x is equal to 15. So we can easily find out the value of x, that is equal to 180. So now what we have to find, 3/10 of that number. So we'll just multiply 3 by 10 into this number. We'll get the answer: 3 by 10 into 180, that is equal to 54. So this is one kind of question that are being asked in the exam. So maybe there are some other numeral values, but this is the type of question that are regularly asked. So I will proceed to the next question now. Okay, the next question is, the difference between a two-digit number and the number obtained by interchanging the digits is 36. First, we'll read the question very carefully. The difference between a two-digit number and the number obtained by interchanging the digits is 36. What is the difference between the sum and the difference of the digits of the number if the ratio between the digit of the number is 1 by 2? Okay, let us see here what we have given. The given data is uh, difference between a two-digit number and the number obtained by interchanging the digits is 36. Now what is given? The ratio between the digit of the number is 1 upon 2. Okay, let us consider a number be x, y. So the number at 10th place is x. I have considered it for my convenience. At is x, another is y. If you take the ratio that is equal to 1 upon 2, it means that the number at the 10th place is greater, right? So we'll proceed because the ratio is 1 upon 2. So we'll proceed according to that. Since the number is greater than the number obtained by reversing the digit, so the tens place digit is greater than the units place digit. Let tens place digit and units place digit be 2x and x respectively. I have taken 2x and x. I would have taken x or y also, but here the ratio is already given 1 and 2, so it is easy for us to take the ratio, to take the number or to take one number in form of another. So it's very easy. So I'm taking number on the basis of that only. So let's tens and units digit be 2x and x respectively. Now, as per the question given, the difference between a two-digit number and the number obtained by interchanging the digits is 36. So the 10th digit number will be, so the first number will be, the number at the 10th place is 2x. That means it will be multiplied by 2x plus x, it usually it is multiplied by 1, but we don't need to write that, minus, now we are interchanging the digit, that means 10 multiplied by x plus 2x multiplied by 1. We don't need to write multiplied by 1, the value is same itself. Now we'll solve this equation. We get the value of x as 4. So the required difference is 2x plus x minus 2x minus x is equal to 2x is equal to 8. That is what we had to find here. What we have to find, what is the difference between the sum and the difference of the digits of the number if the ratio between, okay, whatever it is given. So we have got the number, the value of x is 4, the value of 2x will be 8, that means the number will be 84. So we'll add the two numbers first, then we'll subtract two numbers first, then we'll subtract the whole sum, that is 2x plus x means 8 plus 4 minus, again bracket inside, 8 minus 4, that is equal to 2x only, that is equal to 8. So the answer is 8. I have not given options here, I have not given four options here, because these are the questions you need to understand the concept behind these questions before solving the question. So I have not given the option over here. So this is second type of question. Now we'll go to the next type. The sum of the squares of three number is 138, while the sum of their product taken two at a time is 131. Their sum is. Let me remind you, I had given some of the formulas in the end of decimal fractions, like a plus b plus c का whole square, like a plus b whole square is equal to what, a plus b whole cube is equal to what, or a cube plus b cube is equal to what, or a cube minus b cube is equal to what, a minus b whole square is equal to what. I had given the formulas and I had asked you to memorize all the formulas. So I hope you guys have remembered all the formulas. So this is the sum based on those formulas only. Let us consider the three numbers as a, b, and c. So what we have given, the sum of the squares of the three number is 138. That is a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 138. Now the next thing given here is the sum of their products taken two at a time is 131. That means the sum of their products taken two at a time. We have three numbers. We'll consider the product of two number like a b, then b c, then c a. So we can write a b plus b c plus c a, that is equal to 131, which is given over here. We can take a look at the equations we have formed till 8. We can see that if we multiply 2 with the sum of the product of the two numbers, we'll get an identity, we'll get a formula that is equal to a plus b plus c whole square. So we can proceed as per the calculation of the same numeral value. We can do that. 138 plus 2 into 131, that is equal to 400. That means a plus b plus c whole square is equal to 400. That means a plus b plus c is equal to root under 400, that is equal to 20. That is what we had to find over here, the sum of the three numbers a, b, and c, that is equal to 20. Now we'll proceed to the fourth question. The fourth question is find a positive number. This is the question of fourth type. These are the questions which are regularly asked in the examination, and these questions I have taken from some of the question paper of some reputed companies, aptitude questions, or some of the competitive exams. Like I have taken the last sum from the gate exam actually. So the next sum is find a positive number which when increased by 17 is equal to 60 times the reciprocal of the number. So we can easily proceed as per the question is given over here. Let us consider that the number be x. So as per the question, the thing given over here, x plus 17 is equal to 60 upon x. So we'll proceed as per the equation. Now we have formed a quadratic equation over here, that is equal to x square plus 17x minus 60 is equal to 0. I have not taught you how to simplify the equation right now, but this is very known. This is very easy sum. We can take it here. This is equal to x plus 20 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. We will not consider the value of x as negative. We'll get the two values of x over here, that is minus 20 and 3. Will not consider the negative value because it is already given that find a positive number. So we have to get the only positive value, that is x is equal to 3. We'll proceed to the next question. This is the fifth type and the last type. These questions are frequently asked. A number consists of three digits whose sum is 10. The middle digit is equal to the sum of the other two digits, and the number will be increased by 99 if its digits are reversed. The number is, read the question very carefully what the question is saying over here. A number consists of three digits whose sum is 10. The middle digit is equal to sum of the other two, and the number will be increased by 99 if its digits are reversed. The number is, so let us consider the middle digit first, because the about the middle digit we have been talking over here. So let the middle digit be x, then 2x will be equal to 10 and x is equal to 5. It is given over here as whose sum is 10, and we have got the value of x as 5. So the number is either 253 or 352. It's very easy to know how. Since the number increases on reversing the digit, so the hundredths digit is smaller than the unit digit, hence the number will be 253. So here's the answer. The question is too large. The question given here is too large, but the solution is quite easy, quite small. We just need to understand how to solve the question and what is the concept hidden behind the question. So 253 is the answer. Now we'll go to the question based on ages, the problems based on ages, the problems of ages. And again, I'm telling you, I've given the questions of different types over here, which are frequently asked in the exam. So the first question is from GATE examination, and the question is, father is aged three times. First of all, let me tell you, I have not given you any concept based on ages, and I don't need to give any concept based on ages because there is no concept to be taught for the problems to be solved on ages. This is simply the simplification of problems related to the number system itself. Only the frequent data are changed, only the frequent language are, only the some of the language are changed. Like we add some of the numbers, we just include father, mother, sister, and son sort of things in it. But basically, we have to do the work we have been doing in number system, HCF, SCM, or decimal fraction. So the question is, father is aged three times more than his son Ronit. After 8 years, he would be two and a half times of Ronit's age. After further 8 years, how many times would he be of Ronit's age? So everything about the question is revolving around the Ronit. So we'll consider first of all the present age of Ronit. So let Ronit's present age be x year. Then father's present age will be given over here x plus 3x, that is equal to 4x. It is given over here father is three times more than his son Ronit. Now again, as per the question given, 4x plus 8 will be equal to 5 upon 2x plus 8. That is because it is given after 8 years. That means we are adding 8 again to father's age as well as to the Ronit's age. Now after 8 years, the age of father will be 4x plus 8. And what is it equivalent to? He would be two and a half times of Ronit's age. That means two and a half means 5 upon 2, 2.5. So I'm writing 5 by 2, and Ronit's age after 8 years will be x plus 8. So the equation over here is 8x plus 16 is equal to 5x plus 40. So the value of x is 8. Now what I have to find, how many times would he be Ronit's age? So the present age of father is 4x plus 16. Now the present age of Ronit is x plus 16, that is equal to 48 upon 24, that is equal to 2. Is 2 times the age of itself. Next type question is 6 year ago. Let me tell you, wherever you see the question like 6 year ago or 6 year hence. So in case of hence, in case of where we are talking about the ages after some of the years, just add those years. Or in case we are talking about ago, like before that age, just subtract those years. So 6 year ago, the ratio of age of Kunal and Sagar was 6 is to 5. 4 year hence, the ratio of their ages will be 11 upon 10. 11 is to 10. What is Sagar's age at present? Let the ages of Kunal and Sagar 6 year ago be 6x and 5x respectively. Let me tell you, I just told you how that we had to subtract, but that too when we are taking the reference from the present age. That means if I would have taken that the age of Kunal and Sagar be x or y, then I would have easily got the equation based upon two variables x and y, and I would have subtracted 6 years from both the ages. Then I would have proceeded according to that. But I have made the solution quite easy by considering their ages 6 year before only, and the ratio is given over here 6x and 5x. So I have taken 6x and 5x 6 year ago only. Now, as per the question given, 6x plus 6 plus 4 upon 5x plus 6 plus 4 is equal to 11 upon 10. I have added 6 over here just because, sorry, I have added 4 year over here just because I have been asked to add 4 years, hence the ratio of their ages is that is equal to 11 by 10. Now we have got the equation, the value of x is 2, so the present age of Sagar is 5x plus 6, because 5x plus 6, because I had considered the age of Sagar as 5x 6 year ago. So the present age will be from that reference 6 year after. So I have taken 5x plus 6, that is equal to 16 years. So the question of next type, sorry. Aisha's father was 38 years of age when she was born, while her mother was 36-year-old when her brother 4 year younger to her was born. What is the difference between the ages of her parents? Mother's age when Aisha's brother was born is equal to 36 year. Father's age when Aisha's brother was born is equal to 38 plus 4 year, that is 42 years. We will get the difference very easily. 42 minus 36, that is equal to 6 year. I'm telling you again that when you see the question, it's too large, and some conscience doesn't allow you to solve such a kind of question. But the solution for these questions are too easy, too small. You just need to understand the concept. You just need to read the question very carefully. Sometimes the answers are hidden in the question itself, so you don't need to panic in the examination hall. Just proceed as per the question is saying. Maybe you'll be getting some rough figures, rough examples and decimal forms and all that, but you don't need to bother about that. But because the answer will be the same that you are getting, maybe if there is some calculation mistake, the answer may differ. But if there is no calculation mistake and you are getting the rough figure also, that will be the correct answer. Just keep trust on your calculation. So we'll proceed to the next question. The age of father 10 year ago was thrice the age of his son. 10 year hence father age will be twice that of his son. Ratio of their present is. Again, the everything is revolving around the son. The question is about the father. So I'll take the ages of father and son. The age of father 10 years ago was thrice the age of son. Let the age of father and son 10 years ago be 3x and x, because he was thrice the age of his son, respectively. Now I have got the equation 3x plus 10, because I'm taking 10 year, hence x plus 10 plus 10, I'm taking 10 year, hence is twice the age of his son. That means I have to multiply 2 with the son's age. I have got the equation, the value of x is 20. So the required ratio will be 3x plus 10 is 2x plus 10. That is 70 is to 30, that is equal to 7 is to 3. This is the answer of the question. You know, in the last question only, I told you that the question becomes hectic when you see the problem so large, but see the solution is very easy. The next question is, Sachin is younger than Rahul by 7 years. If their ages are in the respective ratio of 7:9, how old is Sachin? So again, the question is revolving around Rahul. So let us consider the present age of Rahul. Let Rahul's age be x years. Then Sachin's age is equal to x minus 7. The ratio is given over here, x minus 7 is to x is equal to 7 upon 9. We'll get the value of x. We can see here that it's in decimal form. Sometimes people hesitate that how could year be in the decimal form? Why it cannot be in the decimal form? Suppose my age is 1.2 year. Okay, of course it is not. I don't look like 1.2 year, or if I am a 1.2 year boy, I won't be able to speak so much before the camera. So suppose my age is 1.2 year, that means my age is 1 year and 2 months. So 31.5 year, that means 31 year and 5 months. So 5 month, not sorry, point 0.5 of the year. My age if is 1.2 year, that means 1 year plus point 0.2 of the year, that is point 0.2 of the 12 months. Then we'll consider according to that. Okay, hence Sachin's age will be equal to x minus 7, that is equal to 24.5. So this is the solution for the question that I've given over here. These were the 10 questions. The first 5 questions were based on numbers, and the next 5 questions were based on the problems of ages. So I hope you guys have understood now how to solve the questions based on numbers and ages. You guys don't need to hesitate, don't fear. And if you guys want any other kind of solution for any other question related to the ages or the number system or HCF or LCM or decimal fraction or simplification of any other problem, you can just put your question in the comment section. The solution will be given there itself in few hours. So that is it, and thank you so much for watching the video. This video has been made by Solution for All, and I am Vishal Arya, because I have not been giving my intro for the past 2 3 videos. So like and subscribe for more videos, and you can also follow us on Instagram. Solution for All is the ID. Thank you so much for watching this.